Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Happy Monday to you and your family. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look here at Bitcoin. Correction, just kidding. We're looking at Dogecoin. But Bitcoin took a massive hit this morning, and coincidentally, Dogecoin didn't do too bad. Okay, so it recovered quite nicely. So that's a very good sign in the big picture. Hopefully, we can learn something more about what's going on here today and if this is going to be able to sustain or if we're going to see a pullback. Now, if we take a look at bigger picture, at least the 4-hour time frame based on Elliott wave, previous and current, we've got two different Elliott waves showing us that the price action should pull back. What I mean by that is we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern for the larger time frame, and the most recent smaller time we also got the same exact scenario. In other words, we should experience a pullback down to these halfway points, such as 0.5 or 0.618 on Fibonacci. Okay, so once again, we're looking at about 7 cents even, or 6.9 as a round number, as the two potential retracement areas. Now, there's no guarantees this is going to happen. You got to understand that Elliott wave has a tendency of fulfilling itself in most cases, as long as this is the top. Now, this may not be the top, that could continue to increase, and if so, we got to reevaluate and find out what the next retracement level is. But for right now, that's basically what we're looking at there as far as potential reality. So just want to throw that out there, kind of preface there, let you know that that's kind of where we're at here for the moment for Dogecoin. So what we want to look at on the big picture here is the daily and kind of see what's going on here. Because if we look into the daily time frame, we can identify quite a few things. First of all, we're above 50 and below 70 on the RSI. So this is normally a good thing. It gives you kind of a bullish sign here. And in the overall sense of things, what we can see here is that the price action is continuing higher as well. Okay. So again, we got this ascending type of trend, and the overall sense here is that the trend is your friend, right? So likelihood of further upside until we break down below that. So again, with trend lines, I get the question a lot. Hey, when do you reevaluate and when do you kind of determine a trend line is no longer valid? Well, when it's broken. That's essentially what we're looking at here. And if we take a look at the moving averages, you can see that the 20-day set moving average is working its way up. It'll soon be aligned with that ascending trend. So in truth, the 20-day SMA is probably the first thing you want to look at outside of just drawing a random line on a chart. But generally speaking, this gets a point across, right? Higher highs and higher lows effectively to get to that point, all right? Once that shift in momentum occurs, then we can expect the price action to pull back. Right now, again, based on Elliott wave and what we see here so far, this could be the top. If this is, then we're going to see a pullback to that halfway point, roughly about 7 cents. But for right now, that's kind of where we're at there. We can assume the price will continue higher. Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, what we want to look at here as well is that we are overextended, but also got rejected at 70 on the RSI. So the price action pulling back would make sense. The RSI would taper off with it. Yeah. So again, just one of those things that we can kind of see here where it's letting us know that we're getting closer to a resistance, and that kind of reaffirms the fact that even though we've retested it twice, that 7.8 cent mark is a strong resistance level. Yeah. But good news is we're still converging on the MACD here. If we take a look at the moving averages, we're above all three. So once more, this trend is still progressing positively with higher highs and higher lows. So again, until it discontinues, we got to expect to move forward with higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Take a look at the hourly though. This is where things probably get a little interesting. If we take a look at the Ichimoku cloud, we can see that we're above the cloud, of course. Conversion lines above the baseline and the lagging spans free and clear. But the interesting thing here is that it's soon to intersect. In other words, within the next 12 hours, if the price action doesn't break through this resistance at 7.8, I would say it'd probably be pretty safe to presume that that window of opportunity is closed and the price action will pull back from there. So to me, I'm going to be probably reevaluating this later this evening and taking a look, see what it looks like here at that point, kind of going from there, right? Because again, you want to reevaluate when you look at trading and you're trying to look at technical analysis. You don't just jump in because you set an alert for later, like, okay, I'm going to get in here at a certain point later today. You got to see if other determining factors are there. But what I'm getting at here is that when the lagging span intersects with the price action, that usually tells you that this window of opportunity is closing and that the likelihood of the price action pulling back is higher. Yeah, so again, from a technical standpoint, we're still good to go. I would not close your long positions just yet, but I can tell you that we're getting closer to it the longer we spend in this area. But here's the interesting thing. In the last couple of hours, Bitcoin has done very poor. If we take a look at Bitcoin, of course, you can see that it's dumped hardcore, right? And Dogecoin is pretty much the only coin right now doing really well, contrary to that. So again, you got to keep in mind that we're in a position right now where Dogecoin is performing. It's pretty much the only coin right now that's performing. That shows as pretty strong, and you try not to bet against that. Okay, so again, be very, very cautious and careful. Shorting, I would wait a little bit longer to ensure that this overextended state continues to reaffirm itself, and then if it pulls back, it's a situation where you can comfortably get in and not kind of, I guess you could say flip a coin, right? Because right now it is kind of a coin flip, but it's mostly bullish. Okay, if that makes sense, I would not consider a short just yet, even though it seems like a juicy target. So that's where we're at here for the moment. I hope this makes sense and I was able to describe this correctly for you. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Again, if you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site, link down below. Be sure to take advantage of this exclusive offer here from BingX, available through July 31st. What that does, it gives you an extra $50 bonus for a $50 deposit, and you get 3,000 USDT. If you were to basically use that amount of trading volume, you get $100 bonus. Okay, so cool stuff there. It's not just the bonus that's nice. It's nice because BingX is really helping our community a lot, because of the fact that a lot of people were impacted by KYC with KuCoin, BitGet, and Bybit as well. Okay, so again, BingX has got you covered. Thanks again so much for the opportunity. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Everything's down below if you want to kind of consider that. Oh, also help us grow our Twitter community here, of course. Excellent content. And just in case you're curious what happened this morning, this is what happened this morning from Bitcoin. It sent the market into somewhat of a disheveled state. But good news is Dogecoin is all good, regardless. All right, thanks again. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.